Welcome everybody to this next game. We have got a very important series for you. Right now we're having MYi.Sony from My Intent. His name is Sony. He's the teal Zerg in the top left. He is right now going to want to win the next two games because if he does, the clan war is done and My Intent goes ahead and wins this entire thing. However, if his opponent, Mr. Underrated Gaming's Ender, the blue Terran in the bottom right, has anything to say about it, we're going to be seeing a ace match because Ender wants to win the next game. If he does, it will be forcing that best of 5 series of 5 best of 3s to go into the 5th best of 3. Complicated, whatever, but the whole point stands. We're in for a very, very, very stressful and important game.
Oh, it's extremely important. If he wins here, it is the ace. This is the biggest, baddest thing you can actually have.
Yep. And also, guys, send in your votes right now because we have exactly 50% of the people thinking each team is going to go win. So go to zanderfever.tv/vote and let us know if you think you're going to win, because this is going to be really, really key. Because once again, this is probably the most important game we've seen so far today. All the other games, it was like, oh well, yeah, if they win, so we have a chance. There's a chance to this. There's a chance to that. But if Sony ends up losing, we have an ace match, and that's a really, really stressful and important thing to know. So right now,
it's super stressful because it's not only stressful on me, but it's stressful on someone else. But we have something to note. There's 2 racks.
Yeah, look at that. We've got a forward 2 racks. Ender's going to be able to lift up the second racks and throw it down over there. Right now, Sony is getting down his normal hatchery first, as all Zergs generally do. But we're going to go ahead and just wait for him to throw down the pool. There's the pool. So he gets his 15 hatch, 16 pool, which is pretty much the greediest combination of safety and greed you can possibly have, because it's kind of walking the edge of the unsafe region. So Ender's going to be able to lift off this comparison and immediately get to low ground, and we're going to have quite a quick 2 racks. But the drone's actually going to see it. The drone's going to be able to go over. It's going to watch that first racks land. It's going to move forward. It sees this Marine, and it is now confirmed the 2 racks. There's no way that Marine popped out of that barracks.
But it did, really, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, this is going to be a tense situation. The bunker's already being thrown down in blatant vision of Sony's hatchery, and with that being thrown down, we are going to be in an interesting spot. But looks like there's spine crawlers getting started. We've got the Lynx on the way, so that spine crawler is going to be possibly allowed to live. It looks like this bunker's getting completely shut down. So this 2 racks is not going to be doing that much damage at the start, it seems, unless we see this other bunker finish.
The other bunker.
Yep, the other bunker. But now we're going to have the drones trying to chase down this Marine. Drones do move faster than Marines, and when you get a surround on a Marine, they can no longer micro. But with 3 Marines here, looks like this bunker does have a chance of actually getting up. We see 3 SCVs here. They will be working on getting this thing done as quickly as possible, and these 3 Marines are very, very dangerous. But the spine crawler is now completed, and I think that should be enough to push back this play. If that SCV building the bunker, yes, it did get sniped. It did get sniped, so this will shut this down.
Yep. Sadly, that spine crawler is doing what it's supposed to do there and go pokety-pokety-poke and poke everyone in the eye, and the cancel of the bunker has to happen.
Yes. Alright, so now Ender is going to go ahead and just continue producing. Actually, on the low ground, we're going to see the Marines are going to go ahead and get fully surrounded by those Lynx. Looks like there's just enough Lynx to go ahead and take the victory for the Zerg in this beginning part of the game. But this will be able to get this one Marine's going to try and micro his heart out. It's not going to be enough, though. But at the end of the day, this 2 racks has officially been shut down. We have even workers killed by both players. Looks like we've had 1 more SCV killed than drones. But with that in mind, we do see that we're at 16 SCVs to 20 drones. And that's actually surprisingly good and well held off by Sony.
No, I definitely agree with you there. Sony's doing a great job at holding this off. He's playing extremely standard. I mean, he's even got the second spine in case of an early push, or, you know, just about anything, really. So,
but look at this. Command Center is actually going to get significantly delayed. the SCV gets picked off, and now we have very few Marines. We only have 2 Marines alive right now, and these SCVs are going to be forced to really engage in a battle they don't really want to. There's no wall for Ender. He's actually keeping his barracks on the low ground, but we do see that we have straight drones in the production tab, so it will not be a big Ling all-in coming out of Sony, at the very least not quite yet. He's throwing down a macro hatch, he's got double spines. He's now just preparing for a good, normal early game. Or mid-game, I should say.
Alright, and just go ahead, keep going. Like I said, I'm just doing the cast, so...
No worries. Alright, so it looks like Ender is actually going to go ahead and do another push, oddly enough. I think he's trying to basically catch Sony in being greedy and do more damage with Marines than he actually should. Because if we notice, these spine cars are more than enough to handle this small count of Marines, and Sony's just going to go ahead and drone up. But if that second spine wasn't there, Antiga is wide enough that Ender could actually just go straight around one spine car, move into the back here, and be entrenched behind minerals that would just serve as force fields and would really be able to help him go ahead and win. But guys, please vote. We have 50-50 split. I'm so curious to see who is going to be slightly into the audience's favor. zanderfever.tv/vote. I know we've already had probably, what, half a dozen people or so voting already.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and continue that. Sony's got a hidden drone over here. He may be hiding some kind of attack. It could be a bailing nest that could be thrown over there. I was going to Roach Warren. Interesting. Roach Warren. We may be having a counter Roach push coming against Ender fairly soon.
Alright, and I mean, that could actually be rather huge, but...
2 poor Banshees coming in. Ender.
Banshee is going to do what he does best.
Yeah.
And he is just... He's got the Banshees. And Banshees counter everything. So.
Yeah. If Sony's... I don't think he has an Evo in the chamber at all either. He's got... Oh, he's going for that big... Hatchery Tech 111 Zerg all-in, where you go for Speedlings, Roaches, and Banelings. You go to the Speedlings all the way down to the front, you morph them into Banelings, you break the front, you reinforce with Speedlings, and you just kill off everything with Roaches, as the Roaches will be able to tag and dish out tons of damage before the Bile gets to be in too big of a force. Because Roaches are not good after the mid-game in ZVT unless they have Infestor support. Because that Infestor Roach is actually surprisingly good. Like, it's not expected to be very good, but it works out. So Sony's going to be incredibly aggressive against Ender, and Ender still has no wall. It's just straight Banshees that he's kind of hoping on.
Well, honestly, what anti-air does he have except for Queens?
Yeah, the problem is this is so many units. And Banshees, they're good against ground and all, but when you have so much ground, Banshees are going to end up taking time to kill off all of these units, and that kind of scares me for Ender. Especially when you have 11 Banes, though. If those Banes get sniped, that'll be a big thing, because Banshees do two-shot those Banelings.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, but at the same point, I mean, he can really just...
Oh, no.
Oh, he gets all those Marines caught.
Oh, that's really unfortunate, but Ender does have that back wall to fall into. The Banshees are going to be able to snipe a few of those Banelings. There we go, he does target them down. If he does this, he can lift off his command center, save some of those SCVs, and he could actually be able to defend his 4 Banshees. There's so many Banshees. The SCVs are going to be able to possibly save this command center. Those Lings are trying to target down those SCVs to do what they can, but 4 Banshees are going to be too much, I think. Ender is actually using that orbital command as a tank, and he can easily lift it off now with the wall on the front. Sony's not going to be able to break through.
Nope, Sony is definitely not going to be able to break through. It's just too many Banshees.
Yep. And he will be throwing down spores in his main base. We see in the natural expansion he's got 1-2 spores coming down as well, so he's trying to be safe. But look at the command centers being more built at the third too. Ender is playing seriously greedy right now. Those Lings are actually kind of... If they let this command center finish, they're going to let the command center... It can lift off. The SCV's not getting handled. The command... Oh, it barely gets killed off in time. If the Banshees... Are they in high enough number to finish this off? The command center's going to be saved. Oh my god, the command center's going to be saved. The SCV's going to come in and get lifted off if it needs to be, but it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be repaired now, Ender. And he saves his third. And he can easily get lifted off. It's getting more from the orbital command, though, instead. But these Banshees are the best defensive Banshees you've ever seen.
I can't believe that. It's going to be completely crazy. I mean,
Oh, the stim research is actually in serious threat. Looks like Ender does manage to save it in time, though. So I've been close to getting killed, though. Sony's continuing to sacrifice a lot of lings. Ender's actually managed to be ahead in the food count and way ahead in terms of the worker count. 37 to 30 is significant. We have 7 more SCVs, 7 drones on the way with a couple more SCVs on the way as well. Third bases are mutually done, and Sony with the spine crawler or spore crawlers coming in, he should actually be able to defend against the Banshees.
Definitely, and you know what I'm saying? It honestly, there's the Spire is only a little bit done, so these Banshees could rain a big amount of Supreme because there's just the pure numbers of them.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Banshees are we on?
We're on either 5 or 6 now. We're on 6 now. We do see brand new mules will get taken out at that third, but that's alright. The Lings are just dying, but they could be able to snipe off a tank, or maybe not. They're just going to go ahead and sacrifice their lives to accomplish nothing. Maybe kill off an SCV, that would be nice. But the Lings are going to come in, and yeah, those Lings accomplish just about nothing. They buy some time, though. And Sony's choice go for a Spire, I really like in the face of Banshees. Infestors would be wonderful and all, but the Infestors could get sniped while they try and fungal this force of Banshees.
No, definitely. I mean, the fungal will help a lot, but there's just so many of them.
We should be seeing 7 Mutas come into play shortly. The Spire is complete. We're watching the Banshees are actually just doing enough damage. They're just taking out Queens left and right. We're down to 3 Queens in the front against 3 Banshees, but the Banshees are damaged to the point where the Queens, yep, they will be able to push back these Banshees. This one Banshee is very, very hurt, and one Banshee is actually going to return with full health. Huh, lazy Banshee. Look at that 5 health.
That's the bad Banshee right there.
Yeah. Look at that 5 health, 20 health, and then full health. She's getting made fun of.
She's definitely getting made. They're like, really? Come on. I have 5. She has 20. So my 5 health, literally, I am just,
Yeah. Alright, but take a look at Ender in his position that he's getting. And the position is getting in between his 3 bases. This very central choke, he's getting bunkers in the front, he's got siege tanks in a great spot to hit any amount of Lings that are going to try and go ahead and be aggressive again. He's got the Banshees still alive, and that, I'll talk about that being important. But Sony is actually got his hatchery at his 4th base in that middle area, and too bad this isn't the MLG version that still has the gold. That would have been a very nice thing for him. But now we're going to have 8 Mutas in the right. Looks like they're going to go ahead and start trying to harass Ender's 3rd base, but turrets are going to be there.
yeah, definitely. I mean, the turrets are going to be key, and the Mutas really, I mean, we went over this last time, you know?
They're actually continuing to engage. They're going to do a fair bit of damage, but Marines have stimmed and run in, and Ender is going to be able to hold this. He does manage to kill off a few Mutas, and I think 2 Mutas were killed there. I think another one reinforced there, because we did see the turret get a kill, as well as that Marine just now getting kill as well. So with that in mind, Sony, that's not exactly a great trade for him. He kind of needs every Muta alive right now. He's down to the food count. He's actually just about basically even in the worker count considering everything, but he's got to do more damage. He's got to make something really happen. He's killed off a ton of SCVs, but Ender's done a great job of just rebuilding them.
Yeah, no, he's definitely... I mean, if you look, I mean, Ender's just building and building and building, and he's not even sieging up his tanks.
Alright, so now we're seeing the push out from a lot of Lings that are going to go ahead and get a full surround on a lot of those Marines, but look at the fact that the Marines have the upgrades. They are 1-1, these Lings are 0-0, and those Marines are taking so much damage. Look at that battle. Just look at the amount of just blood that is left there. That is, look at, there's the human blood, there's the Zerg blood. That is very much a one-sided battle. The upgrades are being so important. You can see that the 1-1's not even close to being done, and it may not even get finished in time for this push to be defended against. So we're watching as these guys are making just do with everything that they possibly can, and this is going to be very rough to deal with.
It's going to be extremely rough. Ender just doing what Terran does best and bullying his way in. I mean, just pure Marine and just a few tanks, but the tanks are just in such good position.
Yep. And we have a few units getting out as a sacrifice there, but there is Sony leaving the game. And that is going to seal that deal. Ender goes ahead and takes the victory in this game. And now we are going to be heading into an ace match. Very, very nice to see. Ace matches are so much fun. So with this 2-2, we've got another best of 3 up.